Hello, my most awesome project managers. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Those of you who have gotten certified in the past week, I want to give a huge shout out to you. Huge shout out to our friends Kylie and Bosse who got certified in the past few days. And a huge shout out to everyone else who has gotten certified in the past week. So, you folks are moving on to the next level, okay? We have a lot of videos for you in the channel. Just look for life after the PMP exam. But for those of you who are still working this, we haven't forgotten you. We got to talk about your PMP exam. So I'm going to get started with our presentation for this afternoon. So welcome once again, my friends. Today we're going to take a look at the process groups and the knowledge areas, but not like you've heard them before. Whenever you hear the processes being talked about, you often hear 49 processes, 49 processes. No one says one process or two process. No, no, no. It's always 49, 49, 49, 49. But today, we're going to put a stop to that. We're going to focus on applying Pareto's law to the PMBOK guide. I know some of you who have seen the new edition like that, because when we had our PMP bus party for the 7th edition, some people were squealing in delight at how minuscule, well, they thought it was minuscule. It's about 48% of the current PMBOK guide. It's actually 370 pages. But a lot of people are getting excited. Oh, the PMBOK guide is now small. So I know that you folks like lean and mean. You don't like the 49, obviously. Well, today I'm going to show you how to apply the 80-20 rule, the 80-20 principle to that book that you've grown to love. That's sarcasm. That's not exactly what you love. I know you like this one. Some of you can barely tolerate this one. Talk less. 756 pages. Oh my goodness. But today we're going to take a look at 20% of the 49 processes that is going to give you a windfall. In fact, this 20% of the PMBOK guide is going to give you an 80% return in my mind. Because you know, one of the things that's wrong when you read the PMBOK guide, you're just reading. It's like, you know, they say Israelite journey. Like, you don't know when you're going to get to the promised land. You just keep trudging on and trudging on, hoping that you're going to get to the promised land. No. Some people find their way all the way to chapter 13 and all the way back, and they still ain't got a clue what this book is trying to say. Let me help you today. We're going to take a look at the PMBOK guide, 6th edition. We're going to break it down. So let's do this. Here we go. When you take a look at the infamous page 25, you see 49 processes. But I want you to narrow your focus and pay close attention to these processes. 7 up there, 2 over there, that's 9. This one over here, that's 10. And this one, roughly 11. 11 processes, right? That, and that. Now, someone might say, but Phil, why do I care about just these? What about all the others? I'm going to show you. Let's take a close look. Here we go. Develop project charter and identify stakeholders. Do you know what links these processes together? You should know. What about this? You should know. What about this? So I want you to think about the processes like this to get an idea of what the PMBOK guide is really trying to say. If you link the processes in this fashion, you get to realize the relationships between them. What are the relationships? This one, project charter. Over here, again, project charter. What links develop project management plan to direct to manage project work? Project management plan, right? What else? We have monitor and control project work, a bunch of other processes. What links these? Well, let's continue along. That is linked. That is linked. That is linked. That is linked. And so is that. Do you know how they're linked? Let's take a look at some others. Okay, so let's get rid of this. There is an intermediary process that actually links this and this. See? And a process is linked like that and like that. So the question is, how are they linked? Control quality gives work performance information up there. Perform integrated change control gives a change request to perform integrated change control. So all non-integration monitoring and controlling processes, I beg your pardon, give a change request to perform integrated change control. Monitor and control project work gives WPR to perform integrated change control. We have verified deliverables, and this is an output of control quality that goes to validate scope. And then we have accepted deliverables, which goes into closed project or phase. And then we have deliverables that goes to manage project knowledge. And we have deliverables that comes out of direct to manage project work and goes into control quality. These are just 11 processes, my friends, but if you're able to make sense of how they are connected, I'm telling you, the rest of the PMBOK guide will fall into place. Take it from me, it will fall into place. Let's go a step further. So one by one, the project charter goes to identify stakeholders. You get a stakeholder register from identify stakeholders. The project charter also goes to develop project management plan. And did you know that the project management plan goes everywhere except two processes? Everywhere except develop project charter and develop project management plan. Did you know that? That's going to help you a whole lot. You won't have to memorize, cram it. Know that one fact. Project management plan goes to 47 places. There are only two places it doesn't go: develop project charter and develop project management plan. See that? So with that understanding, you could easily draw this out, just showing project management plan going to all those other places. See that? This helps with your understanding of how the guide is structured. Now, direct to manage project work, you can see those folks working on that conveyor belt. They're trying to get work done. What are they going to come out with? They're going to come out with work performance data. They're also going to come out with WPD. Just remember that those go into control quality, deliverables, I beg your pardon, and WPD. WPD is work performance data. So work performance data and deliverables come out of direct to manage project work. They go to control quality. Control quality, this is where the work is being checked internally before it goes to the customer. And if we find that the work is good to go, then we're going to get an output. We also get work performance information, but the main output is verified deliverables, and that goes to validate scope, where our customer is going to check that verified deliverable. If the customer likes it, we get an accepted deliverable as an output, and that becomes an input to close project or phase, where we get the final product, service, or result transition. We also get final report. Now, all of this is the main line, because what is your major goal on a project? It's to get those benefits and value from the deliverable. But the deliverable needs to be checked by us and stamped by us as fit to go to the customer. And when the customer inspects it, you get a verified, beg your pardon, an accepted deliverable, which has been transformed from just being verified to being accepted. And eventually you're going to deliver it, final product, service, or result transition. And that is going to give the customer a lot of value, a lot of benefits. And that is really why you're doing the project. All of that is to get here. Everything you do, all of the 49 processes is to get here. And that's why I want to focus your attention on this main line. I call it the PMBOK guide main line. Focus your attention, because it is going to help you as you study for the exam to keep things straight and in perspective. See that? A few other things that we have here, we have mention made of all these non-integration monitoring and controlling processes giving you work performance information. That is going to be processed. You're going to get work performance reports, and that's going to become an input to other places, 4 other places, one of which is perform integrated change control. We also have an interaction here between all non-integration monitoring and controlling processes and perform integrated change control. In that, we get change requests from there. We also have the big main line showing you WPD going into all these non-integration monitoring and controlling processes. And we have deliverables going in to manage project knowledge. If you know these 11 out of the 49, just these 11, I guarantee you, you should be able to plug any process into this main line and understand how it relates. Just by virtue of you being able to draw out the main line, that in and of itself is a huge accomplishment. And it's going to help you know what is the end game of this PMBOK guide. Yes, there are 49 processes. Yes, there are 10 knowledge areas, 5 process groups, but where is it all leading? This is where it's leading. This is where it's leading. So I want you to spend some time really looking into this main line, being able to draw it out. It's going to help you being more familiar with it. And whenever you're stuck, just ask, where does it fit in the main line? For example, plan stakeholder engagement. Where does it fit in the main line? You should be able to figure out, okay, I would plug it in somewhere around here. Or someone says, where would you plug in manage quality? Somewhere around here to be happening in the background. See, there's going to be some interchange there. This is how you need to think about the PMBOK guide. Now, let me show you before I go the secret. The secret to knowing this main line is know where the processes come from. Majority of the processes you might have figured, those that are orange, they all come from integration. Develop project charter, develop project management plan, direct and manage project work, manage project knowledge, monitor and control project work, PICC, perform integrated change control, and close project or phase. That is over half of the processes in this main line. They come from here. See? So for me, instead of you studying ITTOs blindly and trying to cram them and write them out and all that stuff, don't do that. Don't do that. Instead, understand the overarching process and be able to plug in any process to understand what value it adds to the project and where exactly on that continuum you're going to plug it in. It's that simple, right? If I was to give you my final advice, it is good to be able to master this, but don't create more problems for yourself by trying to rigidly cram it. It's not going to do much good. Rigid cramming doesn't help. Understanding is key. Just remember, majority of students have said this accounted for at least 60% of the exam. Agile stuff. So spending time trying to cram and memorize ITTOs processes is not the way to go. All right, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that it helps someone, and I hope it gives you some direction in your PMP journey. Any questions before we round up for today? Comments, concerns? Going once, Going twice. All right. Well, thank you very much. I'll speak to you folks soon. Bye for now. But wait, there's actually more. Let me alert you to the fact that we are having another one of the PMP exam immersion courses happening. This is going to be 9 hours. It's going to start on the 12th of July. So the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th, we are going deep into what you see over here, the content outline. We're going to talk about all those domains, people, process, business, and get you to a great understanding. All right, so go on down to hpmexam.com, sign up while you can at the current rate, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you, and you take care.